Would you say that this microphone that I'm using right now is good enough to use as a YouTuber? If you say yes, then I have to tell you something. It's actually a random Swedish company's microphone that the company is actually making peripherals for parents that don't know any better to give to their children, or people who don't know any better that just want something cheap. But that raises the question, how does it sound this good? Even though I got this microphone for free, I can make it sound this good. It's because I use a thing called an equalizer. Without further ado, let me show you what this microphone sounded like before all of the equalization, and then I'll show you how to set it up yourself. This is what the microphone sounded like before all of the equalization. Now, some of you might say, well, this is still pretty good. I've been told to mute myself because this microphone was bad, and I just can't stand for that. But after starting the use of these filters, I've actually been told that my microphone sounds really good. That's no coincidence. Now let me start the tutorial. Now you have 3 softwares that you can choose. I'm gonna go from worst to best. So starting off, we have Voicemeeter Banana. This is a software that is pretty hard to learn. Doesn't have that many audio channels for switching up your audio or making it different volumes in post-production. And then we have SteelSeries Sonar, which lets you switch the audio in post-production, but still it's not good enough because you can't really do the fine little details that you might need to do. And then best is Wavelink, in my opinion. You can switch up your sounds, you can have different sound channels, and you can also change the equalizer with those little changes that make the microphone sound better. So this is what I'm going to show you today. You start off by clicking Get the App. This will prompt you to download something that you then open. Now it will show up with this. Now mine is already installed, but you can just click Install. So I'm just going to launch it. After that, you will be shown with a screen that kind of looks like this, but not really. Now I've added all of these myself. Now I'll show you how to fix this. To start off, you'll change this to what you use for your audio, which I used as these speakers. So that's what I'm setting it to. But you might use something else like the HyperX Cloud 2s, for example. That's a pretty popular headset. Now, with this right now, nobody can hear what you're doing because you haven't set this up. Now, I would recommend starting off by first your personal mix, change this, go to audio settings, and then add your speakers or your headphones and change the volume to what you want it to be. And then the rest can be for different streams or such. So first I would click create channel, and then I would choose my microphone. Now after that, you would go into Marketplace. Now Marketplace is where you can actually find the plugins and everything to make this better. Now the things I used are completely free. The first thing I use is this equalizer right here by Elgato. This is really easy and I will show you how to set it up. After that, I use this compressor as well. Okay, I'll go to audio effects, and oh, here it is, noise removal. Okay, and you just download that by going to this and just clicking this get button, and it will download. Now after that, I would go into this button right here and click add effects, and then go to Elgato and add these 3 effects. Now at first it won't sound any different, and that is because you haven't done anything. So first you should go to compressor, and you see how my microphone is like right here. You know, you can see it's like up there, but it's not peaking anywhere. It's always down a bit. It's never at the top. So that's why a compressor wouldn't make sense for me, because that would just make me peak and sound weird. But you can still put it at the top here just to make sure. After that, I would set up the noise removal, which I have set it up like this because I don't need that much noise removal, but I need a bit for my keyboard. You can just copy these settings probably. So yeah. Now comes the fun part, the equalizer. Now here's how I have my equalizer set up. Let me explain what all of this is. Oh wait, let's just use the subtle clarity. There we go. This is a fresh slate. Now for me, I can hear that my microphone has a little bit of like low qualityness, which usually comes from this Boxy. Now, if I drag this down a bit, you can already hear how it sounds much better. But I just feel like I don't have enough clarity in my voice. Like, it's just so flat still. That's where this right side comes in, where you actually have your clarity. So if you drag this up a bit, you can already hear how much better it actually sounds. Just by dragging up a little bit clarity. And then I just feel like, oh man, my voice isn't bassy enough. I want to sound like these real podcasters or YouTubers. So I just drag this up a bit and make a new one and drag this down here. So you just drag this, you just move these around differently depending on what you want. Until you get your finished product that for me, it looked like this. But this is completely dependent on your voice and microphone. And yeah, now to set this up in things like Discord, you go into Discord, you go to voice and video, use Studio. Make sure to use Studio for your input profile. Then go to microphone. I use Record Mix because that's what I set this up as, which, as you can see, my microphone is on here. You have to click this plus button under this channel, under the channels, to make it actually sound there. So, and also here's my music. If I click this on, people can hear my music. And system is just my main one that I have set on here. I forgot to say this, but on personal mix, you're gonna want to have all of these inputted. And you do this by just clicking these plus buttons. This adds it to the channels. Just to have every other audio that I haven't specified go down here. But yeah, as I was saying, so you set this up to the thing you have, which I have it as Record Mix. Then the speaker is voice chat for me. Now I do this to be able to have 3 separate audio channels for my videos, so I can change the volume of my friends and also the game. Oh my god, my jaw is hurting from talking so much. Oh my days. But yeah, I think we should be done now. If your mic doesn't sound like mine, well, maybe you need to set up your equalizer differently, or you can probably just go into my Discord and ask me to help you. Now, if there are too many people doing this, I will eventually just not respond to you. I'm sorry. But yeah. Now, I want to thank you for watching this video, and if you've made this far, please subscribe if you want to see more videos like this or SMP content, because that's what I'll be focusing on in the future. Thank you, and bye.